Hello and welcome back to the course on deep learning. In today's tutorial, we're going to talk about Overcomplete hidden layers. But before we start, I wanted to mention that this tutorial and the next couple tutorials are going to be quick because they are very kind of overview, high-level tutorials on different types of autoencoders. Autoencoders are quite a powerful technique or method in deep learning, and they're popular, and there are lots of variations of autoencoders. And we unfortunately couldn't go into detail and depth into all of them, but instead what we're going to do is we're going to show you the underlying concepts and principles of these variations and point you at specific papers and blogs and articles that you can read if you want to upskill on certain types of autoencoders. At the same time, even these high-level overviews will give you some very valuable insights and awareness about the different types of autoencoders that exist, and you'll be able to, not only when you see them, recognize them, but also you will be able to operate with the terms, with their names easily, and you won't be caught off guard when you come across them in literature or in different types of works that you'll be studying or performing. So let's get started. First thing that we need to talk about is overcomplete hidden layers. This is a underlying concept in a lot of or most of the variations of autoencoders. So let's have a look. So here we've got an autoencoder for input values, 2 nodes in the hidden layer and 4 nodes in the output layer. The question is here, what if we wanted to increase the number of nodes in the hidden layer? What if we wanted actually to have more nodes in the hidden layer than in the input layer? Something like this. And the obvious question is here, like, why? Why would we do that? But the answer is, why not? We said that an autoencoder can be used as a feature extraction tool, but what if we want more features? Remember, in artificial neural networks, it was very easy for us to do. We had a certain number of inputs, then we could have a whole layer of whatever number of inputs that hidden nodes we wanted. It could be 6, it could be 10, it could be 100, it doesn't matter. We could have as many as we want. We could add more layers and so on. But the point was, we weren't restricted to how many nodes we would have in the hidden layer. And that allowed us to extract more features. And that would be great in the case of an autoencoder as well, given that we are advocating it as a feature extraction tool. But we have a problem. If we were to do this, obviously the autoencoder can cheat. The autoencoder, its goal is to get the outputs to equate to the inputs. As soon as you give it 4 or more hidden nodes, in case you have 4 inputs, basically, as soon as you give it a hidden layer which is the same size or greater than the input layer, it's just basically able to cheat and just say, all right, this node is always going to be equal to this node, and then this node is equal to this node. So information is just going to fly through like that, and then you'll even have some extra nodes that are not being used. And that could be the end state that this autoencoder would end up in after the training, and it's going to be just useless. It's not going to extract any valuable information, any valuable features for us through that process. So this is definitely a problem. And how are we going to solve that problem? Well, that's what we're going to look at the next couple of tutorials. We're going to look at 3 different approaches that are used to solve that problem, and therefore 3 different variations of autoencoders. So let's proceed with the next tutorial, and I will see you there. Until next time, enjoy deep learning.